Running inside. It's Hill. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This is a defense that comes to play every week with bad intentions, and they set the tone in games by making hits like that. They've got players on defense that play downhill, and they come flying in. If you're a ball carrier, you better get down. You keep trying to fight for extra yards, or you don't have your head on a swivel. Watch out, because these dudes lay the lumber.
Dante Moore. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. It's complete, and he will score! Touchdown, Oregon! You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Autzen Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a crease. It's Jackson. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Under fire. And it's a sack. This offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Saying to throw for it on 4th. He's taking the shot. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long. The percentages are low anyways. And on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Escapes the pressure going right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense snags it. Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Throwing more. Pocket breaking down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Makes the grab. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimum gain.
Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Got enough for the first. Here's a little room there. All the way. Touchdown, Buckeye.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
The run inside. It's Davison. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Ducks in a good spot here with second and short.
Booster.
Here's more to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Hooks. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Defense picks it up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And they call this sudden change, and we talk about it up in the booth. We're hitting each other right here. Like, you got the turnover. First thing you want to do is be aggressive, take all of that momentum, and go capitalize. And what do, man? One play, a big passing play, a big answer, and big-time momentum gained in this football game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
The Ducks in the hurry up. Quarterback making adjustments. Moore. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They'll go back to the air on second down. He's got it inside the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ducks! touchdown, but now they want the two to tie this baby up. Dante Moore wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. He makes the grab for the two and ties the game. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Say it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Soft spot in the middle. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Lined up in the gun on third down, Sayin. Got his man downfield. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And that's this guy's third catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing. As every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Sayin. Fires left. Oh, look, Ma, one hand.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive.
Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Dante Moore. Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Moore to the air. He's got it. Picks up the first down, mark it at the 14 as they try to put up points before halftime.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they
look down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of...
He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. And that's going to open up your running game later on.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. Complete downfield. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Moore to the air again. He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care.
Throws it deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Running inside. It's Jackson. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here's Sayin to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. He'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. The Buckeyes have it with a first and goal. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Bringing the heat. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Buckeye! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Looking for blockers. And the returner will be dragged down. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Got out of trouble and throws. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Quickly to the tight end.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Here comes the heat. Got it. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get...
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it for a big play. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. On the run, it's Davison. Maybe some room here. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Throwing more. Under fire. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Well, this offense giveth, and then it turned around and giveth it back.
And I think a bunch of people are going to go, why don't they just turn around and hand the ball off? I'm not going to hand the ball off every single play. I understand nice big play the play before, but listen, you got to mix it up. You got to keep them guessing, but you obviously want to have a little more success than a sack.
Through 3/4 of play, and both of these quarterbacks have put up some stats. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Moore will throw. Blasted as he lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. They'll send the back in motion. In the gun on third down. Moore throws to the wideout. He's got it.
And if I'm this defense moving forward, man, I'm going to start thinking about, like, this is the guy. They keep featuring him. I've got to take him out of the game. I got to find a way to double him. I got to find a way on third down to make sure this doesn't happen. This offense continues to run through him, and he continues to be successful.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Here's Moore to throw. Looking for the score. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. He'll try to tack on one more. How in the world did he miss that? They put together an 81-yard drive, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can... There he goes! Getting up close to midfield, gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Throwing, say it. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Moore to the air. Showing the arm strength to the left. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And the defense hasn't made many plays today, but who can make those plays late? And this place got really, really quiet just now. They made the big play. They forced the INT, and now a chance to build on this lead and make this place even quieter.
He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the first down.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Unloads to the wideout. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back in an opportunity like this.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Moore. Looking left. Holds it in. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. And the Ducks want to move quickly. Moore will throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for in that play.
Wants to pass. He's got it. 2-pointer is good, and now it's a 1-score game here deep in the 4th.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Say it. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot. Got it in stride at the 15. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wants to change this route. Dante Moore. That's caught. It's Johnson.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Yeah, David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Got it down the field. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Again, it's Moore. Going for 6. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Throwing Moore. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Moore to the air. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, yeah, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Quarterback making checks.
Booster, booster. Freeze, freeze. Ready, go.
Looking to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success.
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and trying to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. More to throw for it on 4th down. Big fella moving. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Sayin trying to be heard above the noise. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, this guy has had himself a day. Already over 100 yards receiving in the game, so no wonder the quarterback's looking his way, and no wonder the defense now has finally figured out they're trying to throw it to him. So we got to cover him. We got to knock balls down and force incompletions.
They're dealing with a quick completion to the right. Finding some room. They get him out of bounds at the 45, and that is the way to jumpstart a drive. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Sayin. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry. today. And I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and